A little over a month ago, we went back and compared what was leaked for GTA 5 versus GTA 6, and you guys really seemed to enjoy that one. So today we are going to do the same but for Rockstar's other masterpiece, Red Dead Redemption 2. RDR2's pre-release was filled with a ton of leaks and some I guarantee you didn't know about. Just like last time, the leaks will be in chronological order and will only feature leaks that are confirmed to be true. Then at the end, I'll tally up every feature, character, or mechanic that was leaked and compare it with what has been found for GTA 6 so far. Huge thanks to user Timmy8 on Reddit who also compiled this list, and now, let's go back to 2014, where it all started. The leaks for RDR2 started all the way back in 2014, just 4 months after the launch of GTA 5. In fact, not only did we get real Red Dead Redemption 2 leaks just months after GTA 5's release, but they actually ended up being one of the biggest leaks the game would face, and no one believed them for years. But to explain this, we first need a little bit of context. In 2016, a user on Reddit by the name Red Dead Insider posted a synopsis of essentially the entire story for RDR2. He detailed how you would play as a gang leader named Arthur Morgan, and that you would be on the run from Pinkertons, moving from area to area to escape the law, and would have a posse which featured John Marston and others. Sounds familiar, right? Well, once this post was found and discussed, another user named Ibranino went back and did some digging on this Red Dead Insider and discovered that everything I just mentioned was actually originally posted in 2014. Ibranino found what is believed to be Red Dead Insider's main Reddit account and found that this person knew more about Rockstar Games than any insider I've seen before. For instance, this is what he wrote on December 4th of 2014. Marston is a part of your posse, so is little Jack and Abigail. The game will take you to different locations, starts out in a mountain area, then to a bunch of plains cliffs, then to an island and back. They want the world to be more interactive like Skyrim, but the biggest change to gameplay is the companion system, or your gang. The whole game and game systems revolve around your gang. Basically, the story is you running from the coppers the whole time, moving your gang to new hideouts, etc. Despite all the information this unknown leaker got right, at the time in 2014, no one believed him. He would continue to drop periodic leaks for RDR2 for the next couple years, until in 2016 when he would post the synopsis I mentioned earlier. And when Trailer 2 dropped and officially introduced us to Arthur, is when people finally started cluing into the fact that he was telling the truth for all these years and no one paid attention. But once they did, people realized just how big this leak really was. Overall, he leaked an insane amount of info, from the story, the protagonist, switching to John, your gang, changing locations, all of which was discovered and leaked since as early as 2014. And although most people didn't know about this leak until after Trailer 2, it technically was the first real leak for RDR2, which is why I wanted to mention it first. Moving on to just a year or so later, on November 25th, 2015, when we would get confirmation that RDR2 was even a thing. Danny Ross, the former lead screenshot capturer at Rockstar, and yes, I'm not joking, that is his actual role, did an AMA on Reddit where he not so subtly teased that Rockstar was working on RDR2. Someone during this AMA asked Danny, what does Rockstar have on deck? To which Danny replied, really, dumbass, really, 2. And to anyone who may be confused by this, just look at the first letter of each word, RDR2. This was pretty much the first word we had gotten from someone who was, or at least used to be, a part of Rockstar, and people didn't see much reason to deny its legitimacy. Not much of game leaks from this one, but still important nonetheless. After the AMA, nothing new would come up until 5 months later, when the leaks would come back in a big way. On April 13, 2016, a user on NeoGAF by the name Midon would post a leak of the entire map of RDR2 over 2 years before the game would actually launch. Using hindsight, we know that this is the RDR2 map, even if there are some differences here and there. But in 2016, no one believed this to be real, and they had good reason. The first reason is that on the map where Saint Denis is supposed to be, it instead says New Bordeaux, which was the location for Mafia 3. And the second reason is the amount of water. In the original Red Dead Redemption, you weren't allowed to swim as a way for Rockstar to keep the player within the world borders, so people assumed it would be the same for Red Dead Redemption 2. And with the amount of water visible on the map, it definitely had people skeptical. Map leaks are also by far the most faked type of leak that people will post, and mix that with the poster not giving away his source, almost everyone wrote this off as just another fake. And in fact, it wouldn't be until the game actually released that people realized they had already seen it before. Just a month after the map was leaked, we would finally get our first leaked screenshot of RDR2. Although the post is deleted now, on May 29, 2016, a Redditor posted this screenshot to r/RedDeadRedemption, which he supposedly got from a Rockstar artist who messed up the permissions of the art when posted, meaning anyone could view it. Many people didn't know whether to think this was from RDR2 or from a Red Dead remaster, but with some insane detective work, people eventually came to the conclusion that it was indeed RDR2. The reason people thought this was for Red Dead Remaster is because of the shack looking very similar to those in Thieves Landing, which we didn't know would be in RDR2 as it wasn't even on the leaked map I just mentioned. However, after a user pointed out that the screenshot used chromatic aberration, which is an effect used in game design to simulate a cinematic feel by blurring object edges and creating colorful glows, which wasn't featured in the original Red Dead Redemption. But since that wasn't enough, people then scoured the entire map of the original Red Dead Redemption to find this house, and no one was able to. Once Red Dead Redemption 2 finally released, most people believed that the screenshot was a development build of Black Bell's hideaway, and the resemblance pretty much speaks for itself. And while people were just excited to have finally gotten a look at Red Dead Redemption 2, this would then turn out to be the last leak for nearly 2 years. To finish off the journey of RDR2 leaks, just 6 months before launch, we would finally get some info about Red Dead Online. On February 6, 2018, someone had posted leaked features and game modes that would be coming to RDO. Once again, the original post was deleted, but luckily TechCrunch compiled them all into one article. The leak suggested we would be getting a Battle Royale style mode in RDO, which surprised almost no one given the success of Fortnite and PUBG. They also mentioned how in RDO you'd be able to customize your own tent, there would be a companion app, switching to first person, and a couple of other game modes. Ultimately, we know this all ended up being true, even though we have no idea who this leaker was or how they got this info, but this would essentially end the RDR2 leaks. Oh yeah, sorry, one last leak. Someone on the PSN Profiles forums, who is well known for leaking game trophies before launch, leaked all the game trophies before launch. No extra details needed. And that brings us right up to the release of Red Dead Redemption 2 on October 26, 2018, and one of the greatest stories to ever bless the gaming world was born. So with all that said, once again I tallied up everything that was leaked, and we will see how it stacks up to what we found out about GTA 6 from the 2022 leaks. As far as RDR2 goes, this is what was leaked before launch. The main protagonist, the main story, the map, 4 characters including John, gang mechanics, a screenshot, 3 online modes, customizable tents, first person, companion app, and all of the trophies. If you watched my last video about comparing GTA 6 to GTA 5, you will probably notice that there seems to be a few things that all Rockstar Games have in common when it comes to leaks. One is the protagonist. That always seems to leak. I don't know how, but it happens every time, as well as the map and the story. Both of Rockstar's latest titles seem to have their stories leaked one way or another, and that somewhat worries me since we haven't had that yet for GTA 6. But now, to compare all of those RDR2 leaks with the 2022 leaks, this is everything that has leaked so far for GTA 6. Development gameplay, Vice City setting, multiple protagonists, 18 characters, 2 gangs, 20 items and tools, 16 weapons, 7 activities, collectibles, 14 new brands, 25 returning brands, 19 animals, 14 mechanics, 11 gameplay systems, 20 features, 11 songs, 300 plus interesting events, 61 vehicles, 150 plus locations, and 58 real-life locations. So even with RDR2, it doesn't seem like any game has gotten as many details leaked as GTA 6 has, and that's all thanks to the development footage. But with that said, I still find it crazy that someone knew the entire RDR2 story over 4 years before it was even released. The fact that so many leaks go either unnoticed or simply get written off because people think there's no way they can be real is absolutely insane, and it may just make you think differently the next time you see a new leak for GTA 6 that everyone thinks is fake. But until that next leak comes, I hope you all enjoyed.